Hello people of YouTube and welcome to the monthly review of April 2024. It is currently Tuesday, March the 19th, which I know is a bit early, but before we get going, we've got a few things to address. So first up, the thing that Signe and I are most excited about in our lives right now is that we got a new car. We have finally sold our Mini Countryman. We will hopefully no longer be plagued by stupid repair bills every 2 months. And the car that we got in its place is an Audi A3 E-Tron, so the hybrid 5-door version of the Audi A3. It's very, very likely that the next section of this will be Signe and me driving and me asking Signe what she thinks of the car. But even though it is marginally bigger than the Mini was, it's not by any stretch a big car. Which brings me to the next thing. Signe and I are moving. Now before we get all excited, this move is set to happen in July, so it's a little ways off, and we are planning to move to the Tønsberg area where Signe is from, which is just about an hour and a half drive south of Oslo, so pretty much as far south in Norway as you can get. The cabin in the mountains that we go to on and off belongs to Signe's dad and is much closer to where we are moving, near Tønsberg, than it is here, Trondheim. However, we are going to the cabin for Easter in a week from now, which technically is still March, but it's close to April and there's a lot of stuff happening in April and nothing else in March, so I'm not going to do a separate March monthly review. It's all April, even though it's not all April. That's a tangent. We are going to the cabin a week from now. And I suggested to Signe that while we are going to a place that is substantially closer to where we are moving to, we might as well bring a couple of bits and bobs down in advance of the move, stuff that we won't need. Signe took that to heart because that is currently what our bookshelf looks like. And this is the stack of books that she got out of the bookshelves. There's no way in hell that all of those boxes are gonna fit in our Audi A3. But I think the plan right now is to sell these bookshelves because they are just plain IKEA bookshelves and we want to get something nicer when we move to our new place. So they are going up on Finn, which is the Norwegian equivalent of Craigslist, or for the Dutchies out there, Marktplaats. And we will just, I guess, have to live with however many boxes don't fit in our car instead of having them nicely sitting in our bookshelves. But at least we'll be rid of the bookshelves. So, you know, preparation for a move that is happening about 5 months from now.
Episode 3 of Signe Wears the same jumper in a different car.
Good callback. How do you like our baby's first big business car?
I like it. It's very comfortable to drive. Every button feels like a lot more quality than in the Mini. Nothing is like stupidly cheap plastic. It doesn't rattle itself to pieces, doesn't feel like it's gonna fall apart at any moment. It hasn't been in a shop for 2 months yet to get fixed. Mm-hmm. So far, so good.
So far, very good. Indeed. So we are on our way to the cabin, as I said in the introduction that I've already filmed, just for your context. It is from our home a 8.5 hour drive of 500 and about 75 kilometers, I guess. So quite a long day, but it's a good bit of marathon testing.
Already yawning.
For our Audi A3. We'll see what happens.
Baby's first road trip.
Baby's first road trip for the Audi. Also, There's a bit much stuff in the back, and we've got Saga right there, which has never happened before. She is not particularly amused about her situation. She is facing the back of the car because she gets a bit stressed driving. But what are we gonna do? To the cabin we go.
Welcome to the domestic hellscape that is Signe Berg's and Tom Ensing's apartment. Right after we went to the cabin, I was supposed to go to the Netherlands for a week to do a big, very cool filming project. But instead, Signe and I both got sick and have been sick for about 2 weeks. We're both definitely getting better now. Signe is already mostly better. I still have a sort of phlegmy, gross situation going on, which you could hear. But aside from that, I'm up, walking around, working, etc., etc. So a lot of the stuff that I was hoping to film for April kind of went out of the window as I got ill. I don't think I'm going to end the monthly review here yet because we're only halfway through the month and I'm not quite sure what the rest is going to bring. If the weather turns around, there will probably be a bit of motorcycling because I did manage to get my motorcycle out of storage, which was not a smart idea. I very much overexerted myself and was knocked out for the rest of the day, but I did manage it. It's right here, needs some maintenance, but aside from that, it's good to go. But beyond that and before that, the house needs a bit of a clean, so I'm gonna vacuum everything. And then Signe and I got a steam cleaner right over there because we are domestic gods. So I'm gonna steam clean our sofa bed situation and the rugs and Saga's bed situation. And it'll all be nice and clean again. Let's see what the rest of the month brings, though.
You should film yourself setting up the camera sometime. Just us. Like this.
Overexposed still. At least the white on my jumper is. Hello.
Hello.
We've been out hiking once again. If I remember rightly, it was the start of this monthly review where we went out with the hammock and then discovered there were no straps.
Right.
So we got straps, which is exciting. We set up the hammock, which I think you can just about see over there. It's okay. It's a little bit tiny, so for actual camping purposes, maybe not great. But for just hanging it here after a hike and relaxing, it's pretty good, I think.
Yes.
That is my ridiculous tree tent, and now we're underexposed. That I like a lot. What I don't like about it is the sort of rain cover over it. I think that would work a lot better as a tarp, so I'm gonna have to sort of think about how to actually use that. That isn't the factory intended way of using it because it's sort of fluttery. But the rest of the thing is great. It's stable and I can lie in it, and now we're overexposed again. I am looking forward to taking that tenting at some point, but this was just a test run. See if I could set it up, and I could with some help of the internet. So that's great. What was your opinion on all of this?
Nice.
You tried the hammock.
I did try the hammock. I had Saga in it. It was pretty good. I tried having her lying on top of me. That worked. Having her lie next to me, not so much. The hammock is a little small for that. And Saga had a little panic.
Yes, she did. All right, I'll start packing up. That will be it for the monthly review. So thanks for watching. Press some of the positive buttons down below, and we'll see you in the next one.
Ciao.
Hopefully that one won't be underexposed. Sorry. Ciao.
Ciao.